Hey guys, and welcome back to Pokemon Sun. Continuing on our quest to liberate the captured Pokemons, we now visit this place, where the X and Y duo are lying in wait.
You know, I'm gonna have to say, I looked on the outside of that building, and I thought, oh, it's one of those, kind of trailers that we have seen people live in. But no, inside, much like the TARDIS in the fact that it's bigger on the inside than it is on the outside, it's like this huge, sprawling, super high technology lab, just in the corner of the world. Oh, we're remaking Zygarde again, and hopefully he won't fuck us over when he gets out of this containment unit we put him in.
Yeah, I've seen his 100% form. I don't think I want to be tackling that anytime soon, you dig?
Hey, I totally do not blame you in that regard. Considering the other shit we're gonna have to take on in this game down the line, it seems like our island challenge is just prone to throwing us into dangers that we should not be dealing with, you know what I'm saying?
Well, we did get a call to come here from these fellows. I guess we're going to construct our own Zygarde. It's not going to be complete. I think we've only got enough cells to enact the 10% model, slightly less dangerous than the standard one, the 50% model we actually saw in X and Y, but I'll take what I can get at this point.
I personally hate it when you get like a Zygarde and, you have to buy all the extra add-ons in order to make the super unit that they talk about on TV. I don't like spending that much money, I'm sorry.
You mentioned wanting to find all these cells and cores and whatnot earlier. Have you made any headway in that regard since the last time we talked?
Well, mostly I was focusing on the moment at, completing the main story, which I have done by now, and, I seem to recall the last time I got bugged about it by, Cena, was that I had actually managed to collect over 50%. It's still something I want to do, because I do want 100%, Zygarde, but I haven't made it my main priority just yet. I'm kind of dealing with other shit that popped up, and I'm actually grinding my team at the moment to take on some surprisingly increased challenges that I wasn't expecting.
Alright guys, let's play God. Open up the Zygarde cube, put all the necessary ingredients in. You can use an existing Zygarde and break it down and it will screech horribly in death, so enjoy those nightmares I suppose. But it helps making another Zygarde that much easier. So come on down, Zygarde 10% form with an E in everything.
Isn't this like the shit they were doing in Undertale to make monsters, and then that's how Flowey was fucking created? I don't know, I haven't played that game, but I'm pretty sure there was scientific experimentation involved, and I kind of want to stay away from that as much as possible.
Oh, it's got a little, neckerchief or something.
Well, I'll be honest, I expected a lot worse from a 10% form. He just looks like a dog that isn't entirely there yet. Hold on, I gotta get the rest of my meat. I'll be with you shortly.
Yeah, legendary Pokemon get, golden Pokedex entries. It's pretty rad. Oh, its body falls apart. That's horrifying.
Well, when you said "aw," I thought you meant that in a cute way. Aw, it's just a shambling zombie that's gonna decompose any minute. Aw.
Yeah, it's just an incomplete DNA monster at this point in time.
Well, I mean, we don't care. We're gonna get all of them, we're gonna just make our own big mamma jamma anyway. Clearly we don't give a fuck at this juncture.
I'm wondering if there's, still any connection to the Norse mythology with that kind of thing, like it's meant to represent Fenrir, the wolf or whatever, and maybe, the final form is in reference to Loki, much like, 50% Zygarde was the snake and whatnot.
It's possible. Admittedly, my Norse mythology is very shaky, much like most of my mythology in general, so I can't really tell you any solid answers on that one.
Ah, well, maybe the comments, those skilled and intelligent people in the audience and are being sincere here, it's not a backhanded compliment, can tell us what's what. But now we have to visit the Ula'ula Meadow, and, Jesus, the encounter rate's fucking high in this place.
At this point, when I got to this part, I wanted to take in more of the scenery, but I'm like, nope, I gotta get ahead because the playthrough's catching up, so I just kind of ran to the end, which sucks because I really like this area, actually. I love the, mist going on in the area, and I love, all the, multicolored flowers. Well, okay, mostly red. That really give me shades of, those poppies that put you to sleep. And The Wizard of Oz. You ever read that?
I watched that. The film is great and stands up to this day.
Okay, fair enough. Watching it is good. I have done both. I have watched and read it, thus I am more of a Oz connoisseur than you are.
Okay.
But, it is a really cool area, and I kind of wish I spent a little bit more time in it. But, oh well. I'm surprised you found a photo up here of an Ariados that's just like, what's up?
How you doing?
Hey, it's Ariados. It's your boy.
Fog. I love fog.
I should just take a picture of, like, PS1 Fog, and that man will rate it like 100 thumbs up, you know?
Yeah, we needed a fog equivalent to that guy on Miiverse who was, like, commenting on water in video games.
I don't remember that one. The only Miiverse things I kind of know of off the top of my head is Why Can't Metroid Crawl and the Willem Dafoe verse that Jim Sterling set up.
Jesus. Got Red Nectar here if you want to make your Oricorio the fire flying type.
I have been considering doing this game again. Like, I was thinking about buying a copy of Pokemon Moon and kind of doing a different team. I think I'm going to add the Oricorio bird to my lineup. I'm still trying to settle on which typing I'm going to have, like which color. I like the red a lot. The ghost one is pretty cool. The electric one is probably the weakest in my opinion, and I'm trying to remember the blue one off the top of my head. Let me just look that up so I can tell you.
Well, there's yellow, there's purple-ish, and yeah, I am forgetting one. Oh, pink. Pink is the psychic one.
Okay, yeah, the pink one is more like a Fandancer. Pom-Pom is just like the whole, you know, that's the electric one. I like the Sensu one, which is the ghost with the fans and things like that. And the red one's pretty good, you know, like the, you know, kind of dancer. Those are the ones I tend to like.
Well, they're all dancing, Helldragon. You're being pedantic here. Red is flamenco. Yellow, electric, that is pom-poms. The pink one's, I would say, more akin to traditional Hawaiian dance, and the fan dancer is the ghost one.
And, you know, seeing these again, I still think that they should have, like, brought Tierno back as, like, a battle in this game. I don't know if he is available or not, but hey, you know, now that they actually added some damn dancing Pokemon, maybe he could actually get some mileage out of that.
Oh, come on, Sparkster. You can just, like, fry this thing and get easy EXP, mate.
That's true. I expected him to kill him by now, but I guess not.
Well, let's, I think Thunder Horsey is going to come on through and drop some rocks on it.
I guess if you boot a bird in the face with your donkey, that tends to help out no matter what situation you're in.
Keep roosting Mother Hen, we'll get you eventually.
I had Roost on my 2-cannon for a while, but I don't know, I guess it's just my style, and the fact that I suck at making Pokemon do particular tasks, obviously. But I didn't really have anybody that was worth tanking enough to have a heal move on. Like, when I'm in a battle, I mainly tend to kind of go for type advantage, mostly. I want to get shit that kills the enemy as super fast as possible. Which is sort of, I guess, why my team ultimately leaned in that direction, which cost me big down the line in, like, the later fights, which we'll talk about when we get there.
Jesus.
Well, I guess if you're waiting around with your socks down in flowers, you're just gonna run into this kind of shit. Man, this thing, I actually encountered one not too long ago, and I believe I fell once again to that problem where if the Pokemon really likes you, they critical hit it, and to ensure you can't catch it, alright? Unfortunately, that was with Echo Knight, and I'm not exactly gonna boot him out of the party after, you know, sort of winning the Pokemon League. I just...
Yeah, you're a champion now, aren't you?
That is true. I have beaten everything, and I am the champion of possibly everything ever, the first ever champion in Ula'ula. That final fight, which I won't talk about here, but oh man, that got pretty down to the wire, I have to say, and I'm looking forward to when we get there so I can regale you all of my... It was the first Pokemon League I have beaten since Gold and Silver, so it was really kind of a big accomplishment for me, you know, in terms of fucking Pokemon video games. I'm not saying, oh, let's change the world based on what I did here.
Alright, you're up for another round, I guess.
You're just, like, wading through the grass, kicking the shit out of flowers. Come out, Cottony! I know you're here! I want one of you! And if you sacrifice yourself, I will leave your brothers alone and move on.
Ah, yes. Give me your firstborn. I'll put it in a Pokeball, and then into a computer. In that order.
That's basically what happened in the Bible, right?
I wish I was up to date on the Bible. I could give you a fantastic joke in that regard.
That's true. I am personally waiting for the newest translation to the Bible, which adds a lot more action, because let me tell you, I tried to read it, and it was just not appealing to me in my modern sensibilities, so I hopefully they will update that.
Are you going somewhere with
times.
this spiel?
I don't think I am.
I forget, was this thing like Grass and Fairy from the start, or was it one of those that got retroactively added to the Fairy group?
I believe it was Grass and Fairy from the start. I am going to double check really fast.
Yeah, I'm forcing Helldragon to go on Bulbapedia from now on, because we all know how wrong he is.
Oh, prior to Generation 6, it was a pure Grass-type Pokemon. Okay.
Hey, point to Entom. Just to the right of here is the Lake of the Sun, Sun spelt, there's two N's in there. And I believe you can get the TM for Psyshock, TM03, and you can also capture a certain Pokemon.
I was only there for a little bit. I thought it was going to come into play like near the end of the game, which is why I didn't go in there. I'm going to have to go back now, aren't I? Now, did you decide to catch this because I had such success with my Rabombi, or just because you wanted one?
Well, it's kind of like a Twitch reflex at this point in time. If I see a Pokemon and I have Pokeballs available, it's getting caught,
Yeah, I guess as I said before, I'm a little bit more selective. I am really glad I brought Rabombi onto the team, though. Like, I was not expecting much from her, but man, she killed the shit out of all my enemies, especially when she got Quiver Dance. So man, she deserves a place in like my permanent team from here on out.
So basically, it can either be used as a pet or a weapon. Interesting. That describes Pokemon in general, I believe.
Well, I would have a Rabombi for a pet. That thing is fucking adorable. It really is. When you're in Refresh and you touch its wings, the squares in its eyes like jitter. Like, it's super happy. I'm like, that's so fucking cute. I'm sorry.
Getting real close to Potown now, guys. So watch out for Team Skull. They'll be everywhere at this point.
I think this is like an effect that happens no matter what, like, in terms of your weather condition or like your time of day, things like that. But actually, as you get closer to Potown, it starts to rain, which will come into play when you get into the town itself. And I thought that was a really great effect to kind of illustrate what kind of hole it basically ended up becoming.
Yeah, it's pretty much a dive, to be honest. Huh. Oh, here we go.
It appears you found a sentient booger. Please keep that in the box until we decide what to do with it.
This is how you teach moves to your, Zygarde forms. Interesting. Haven't done it yet, so I can't really go into detail about it.
I suppose they needed something gimmicky to replace TM, so why can't he just learn Ice Beam? I mean, he's basically a godless abomination. I would theorize that he'd be able to learn whatever he fucking wanted. Yeah, it's basically as effective as the police force around here anyway. I'm not noticing that much of a change.
I was like, you remember way back in the playthrough when we talked to that one Delibird and we got like a revive? I'm trying to see if the Meowths have anything good, but no. Lazy fuckers.
But now that I have actually, gone on and completed the game, I think I know why there are all those Alolan Meowths actually in the area. But we'll talk more about that when we get there.
Okay. Huh, he's a living contradiction.
I hate serious people. That is why I wear black at night while it's raining. Just so people do not take me seriously anymore.
Yeah, ain't that the truth?
I'm waiting for, the one Team Skullgrunt who actually surprises me and has, a super boss-ass Pokemon that actually gives me trouble. It'll never happen, but I would love if you just encountered it in, the middle of nowhere. You're just going down a straight-up route, but this is the Grunt. This is, the A player here on Team Skull, just out of nowhere.
Yeah, he, sends out a Gengar with a Z Crystal or something.
Where the hell did he get access to a Z Crystal? I think, only, I would imagine only Guzma would be kind of hoarding that shit,
True. Ew.
Wait, wouldn't that shit just, wash off in the rain?
Shh. Shh. It's fine.
Stop bringing logic into this. Oh, man. I'm gonna bring so much logic into this later on, you've got no idea.
I'm looking forward to it.
That reminds me of a picture I saw on Know Your Meme, which is just a picture of a Salazzle smirking. Underneath it just says nasty plot.
Yeah.
I've been hitting that a lot lately, just trying to find images. Like, I found a pretty, good one or two that I've actually posted on Twitter.
Okay. It's a very banal statement. You do realise this. You've got to pepper up your sentences and commentary.
Well, I mean, I don't know, just trying to keep things moving along. That's like the first time I've seen Mudsdale actually look sad. Normally he wouldn't give that much of a fuck, but he's like, oh no, I've got the poison, I guess. You'll have to help me out on this one.
Well, the common cold. And now it's cured. Good horsey.
That's enough out of you, horse. I've had enough of your crap.
Horse must be restrained. Oh, by the by, if you happen to go to the right of this area, there's a little, plateau area, or series of plateaus if you want to be pedantic, and you can get the TM for Poison Jab there, which is pretty cool. I would recommend giving that to your Golisopod if you have one on hand.
I didn't have a Golisopod. I do have a Salazzle, obviously, and I thought a brief bit about teaching her that. I'm still not sure. I have too much poison shit on that Salazzle. I actually got rid of Venom Drench so I could add Dragon Pulse when she learned that, and it didn't really help near the end of the game, but it's nice to have options, I guess.
Well, is your Salazzle more suited to special attack or just regular attack?
Oh yeah, it's like a crazy special attacker. Again, most of my guys are pretty much special sweepers, which, again, I didn't really plan for. So, I mean, it works out in the end, ultimately.
Stuff like Sludge Bomb would be better in that regard, then, I think.
Yeah, I have Sludge Bomb on her. It's a Sludge Bomb, Flamethrower, Dragon Pulse, and Toxic. And that Toxic really pulled through at the end.
That's a pretty good move list. Yeah, I still make the mistake of, not setting up my Pokemon according to whether they're better at physical or special attacks. That's my bad. It'll probably be my bad until the end of time, but I'm only an Entom at the end of the day.
I kind of just wish I had more options in terms of moves. Like, I have all the TMs I've gotten so far, and there's obviously more out there. And there are a lot of TMs I haven't bought yet. But then there's, other stuff that they were supposed to learn that I didn't have yet. And I guess I just don't know enough about what makes a really, really good move pool. Especially since all my guys are, again, special sweepers except Scalebound, who is probably the closest thing I have to a tank right now. He has Iron Defense and, Workup. The idea is to buff with him and then just kind of go to town. But, I don't know. I really did the best with what I had available, and that kind of bit me in the ass near the end of the game. But, hey, ultimately I pulled through.
Oh, so many berries.
Stop putting berries, no!
I don't get it. Guzma went mad after 15 minutes. I'm gonna catch this person. A debt must be paid. You don't seem impressed, Eldragon.
Not really, no. I'm just saying, I see this Ariados pop up, and I'm like, I'm pretty sure I could do better with Ariados than Guzma ever could, so.
This should be an easy catch. Looks at time left. Nope, not really.
Oh no, is this fight gonna take up the entire part? Because I really, really wanted this Ariados.
No, not really. We've still got a couple more fights coming.
I actually learned more closely what Fellstinger does because they were talking about it in the comments. And if you do KO with it, you can actually jump your Pokemon's attack by 3 stages, which is pretty good. It's got a low power though, so I guess it's not really my speed. Again, mostly focused on killing people. X-Scissor especially led the way on my Vikavolt with later fights in the game. So hopefully we will see some of that in action.
That's really annoying. It doesn't hurt, it's just annoying. That's a special kind of hurt.
Listen, I don't think I quite approve of this, my boy, so we're just gonna have to do something about that.
It'd be really annoying if it, brought in its mate or something. That would just be the worst.
It's gonna do that, isn't it? Yep, mm-hmm.
The last thing I need is spiders jumping in from the sky out of nowhere.
Man, I was actually, I was trying to train out my team a little bit, and I went over to, that one area in, Pony Plains, and, so I'm fighting a Faticate, and Faticate summons his other Faticate friend, and the problem is both of them are female, and usually I try to identify based on the gender which one I want to target, but I'm sitting there going, Okay, so is the really weak Fedicate on the right in, like, the menu, or is it on the left? And I'm
It's
sitting
the
there
same thing, mate. Come on.
Well, the thing is I didn't know, so I tried to Z-move on the other one, but actually I had selected the one that was already really weak. I'm like, okay, good, I just wasted one, thank you.
That's what you get for bringing in your girlfriend to fight your battles for you.
Rabombi is not my girlfriend, we all know my girlfriend is
The
Lily.
stuff
I'm
on
sorry.
screen, mate. Come on. This is the stuff I have to work with, guys. You killed my girl. Just imprison me. Send me to the Pelago.
Don't worry, there are plenty of other hot female Ariados for you to hook up with.
I should really go back to the Pelago. I wonder if we've, like, gotten any new Pokemon in there.
I should really go back too. I only went like once, and that's it. I'm like fucking forgot it, man.
Well, at least Mon's got a bunch of Pokemon to keep him company now. Oh, I saw the funniest thing on Twitter. I think it was Masuda who tweeted it. It's a picture of someone's Pokepelago, and there's like 50 Reshirams in there, and just one Pikipek with a question mark over its head.
What? Really?
Yeah. I guess someone just got lucky on like the fucking Wonder Trade or something.
That Piggypack's like, I don't think I quite fit in here. Nonsense. You're a Reshiram just like the rest of us. That's like Kimbo, the White Lion up in here.
I should put in like a Wonder Trade episode into our post-game content, because I did enjoy, hitting that fucking button and seeing what I got in the X and Y playthrough.
Yeah, you should totally slot machine, because that, like I said before, that shit is addicting and fun.
Please stop gesturing at me, I'm getting really uncomfortable over here.
They wake up the next day and their arms are super sore. Ah, god damn it, I shouldn't have gestured all the time. I should have stretched.
Alright, let's go.
Do you think they have a problem gesturing when they're trying to hold something fragile like dishes? Oh shit, oh no, I'm gonna drop it, ah!
They would make the worst restaurateurs in the world.
I kind of want to see, like, the grunts kind of work at a restaurant and just completely fuck it up. I think that would actually be pretty entertaining.
Oh, one of them, like, has a haunter. I said earlier a Gengar with, like, a Z crystal. Maybe some of this part slipped into my subconscious.
It's possible, like, I mean, you've worked on this for quite a while, so I imagine some of it would permeate your mind after a bit.
Okay, Drowsy's getting lariated, and for the haunter over there, some rocks.
Good thing the rain is falling really slowly. It will allow me to dodge every single raindrop, which is pretty convenient.
Ah, yes, the ultimate move. Go, frame drop spin!
I'm kind of waiting for a car just to drive by on the road that they're standing on.
Oh, I just wanted to lariat into the car and bounce off it.
Or, it's like when you're kids. Oh, kids, you gotta get out of the road. A car is coming.
Wasn't there that one thing in, it may have been WWE or some other federation where the dude gets run over and there's a storyline trying to figure out who did it?
There have been a lot of those, actually.
Jesus, man. Come up with
a
new story ideas.
A surprising high frequency, yes.
Oh, goddamn. Right, let's finish this off so we can get into Potan.
And good thing they put these guys in front to guard the door. These incredibly powerful Team Skull Grunts.
The female doesn't really seem into the gesturing thing during battle. The male's more into it than anything.
Yeah, the male's gesturing super hard and the female's like, yeah, okay, I guess I'll just...
whatever. Single hand wave, y'all. Right, you're gonna get out. Let us get in, even.
It's not just the island challenge that made me stronger, it was the murder. All of the constant murder, just like in real life.
I absorbed their souls and became stronger, like Perfect Cell in that regard.
Basically the quickening, yeah.
Oh, one of my favorite NPCs!
Same here, actually. I really like this guy. He's one of my favorite characters in the game.
Oh, I really wish we could go into detail about him, but one, we're about 30 seconds away from the part ending, and two, I don't think he's brought up his name yet, so...
Yeah, we'll have to wait on that.
Got a sweet little theme as well. It's kind of noirish.
Maybe? That's what I said. Maybe?
He's kind of dour as well, so pay attention to his text here, and yeah, we'll reach our own conclusions about him in time. We'll see you next time when we enter Potan and proceed to kick Team Skull out. See you then.